Alright, you lot. You know what time it is? Time to hoard more free games you'll probably never play. As always, I'm diving into this week's Epic Games, Prime Gaming, Game Pass and PlayStation Plus freebies, so you don't have to waste time wading through rubbish. Will there be gems? Will there be absolute garbage? Let's find out. Right, let's start with Epic Games. Digital Order's paradise, where we collect free games like Pokemon cards, only to never play them. This week we got Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is basically Zoo Tycoon with dinosaurs. Now, I don't normally bother with management sims, but this one, I'd actually give it a go. Why? Because dinosaurs. That's it. Dinosaurs make everything better. And if you're a fan of films, good news. Jeff Goldblum's voice is in it, meaning at least one aspect of the game will sound intelligent. Will I play it? Maybe. On a lazy day when I can't be bothered doing no more intense than placing food stands next to Velociraptor enclosures just to see what happens. If you love management sims or Jurassic Park franchise, it's a must grab. Free dinosaurs. No complaints here. Right, on to Prime Gaming. Amazon's way of making you feel better about that Prime subscription you only really use for next day deliveries and binge watching old TV shows. But hey, free games are free games. So let's see if they've actually given us out worth claiming this time. First up, Wolfenstein, Old Blood, on Windows and Xbox. Standalone prequel to New Order. And let's be real, any game that lets you blast Nazis into oblivion is always a good time. It's classic Machine Games fast-paced FPS action, over-the-top set pieces, and more bullets and common sense. That's only available in certain regions and only via Microsoft Store. So if you're in a country where Amazon has decided you don't deserve free games, well, tough luck. Will I be claiming it? Hell yeah. My son gets PC code, I get Xbox One. It's a win-win. If you've never played Old Blood before, it's a solid pick. You have? Well, it's free. Can't argue with that. Next, Mutazion, via GOG code. Oh, great. An emotional adventure game with personal drama. Just what we need. Mutazion, you play as Kain, a teenager who visits a mysterious island to take care of her dying granddad. Sounds thrilling. Look, I'm sure someone out there will love this, but I have attention span or a caffeinated squirrel, and this just doesn't do it for me. So instead of pretending to care, I'll make it easy. I'm dropping claim code on screen. First person to grab it, it's yours. Enjoy. Then there's Figment 2, Creed Valley, on Amazon Games app. An action-adventure set inside human mind, which honestly sounds like a terrifying place to be. There are boss fights set to music, puzzles and weirdly whimsical art style. Am I interested? Mildly. Am I actually going to play it? Probably not, but it's free. And that means it's now in my library, where it'll sit untouched for eternity. Now this is a throwback. Legacy of Kain Defiance via GOG code. Classic action-adventure game where you swap between playing as vampire overlord Kain and soul-devouring wraith Raziel. It's grim, it's gothic, and it's full of big swords, dark magic and brooding dialogue. Do I care that it's old? Not even slightly. It's vampires. I'm in. Claimed. No questions asked. Wait, hold up. Mortal Shell? Again? Epic literally gave this away last week, and now Prime is offering it again via Epic Games Store. I mean, I won't complain, cause it's a solid Souls-like action RPG. Or if you missed it last week, congratulations, you get another shot at it. You already claimed it? Oh, I guess you get no. Alright, Game Pass. Microsoft's all-you-can-eat buffet of games where you either discover hidden gems or download something, play for 5 minutes, and then delete it forever. Let's see what's on menu. 33 Immortals, game preview. Excluded from Game Pass Standard. Right, a 33-player co-op action roguelike. Because clearly 32 other people screaming at screen while dodging bullet hell nonsense is peak gaming enjoyment. Premise? You play as a damned soul rebelling against God's final judgment. So basically it's Hades if it had a Battle Royale mode. It's also day one release on Game Pass. But only if you have Ultimate or PC Game Pass. Standard subscribers, get back in your box. Do I care? Not in slightest. Roguelikes are already repetitive as hell, and adding 32 extra players don't make it more appealing. Just makes it a Discord argument waiting to happen. I'll pass. Oh great, Octopath Traveler 2 is finally at Game Pass. Nah, JRPG fans, don't come for me. but this one has two of my least favourite things in gaming: open world bloat, turn-based combat. Now I'll admit, art style is stunning, and I respect that it's a sequel to a game that sold millions. But personally, not my cup of tea. If you love deep, story-driven JRPGs and don't mind spending hours grinding through random battles, this one's a great addition. If you don't, keep scrolling. Train Sim World 5, Train Simulator, that's it. That's game. Look, I get it, some people love these. Idea of chugging along at 60 mile an hour, meticulously adjusting brake pressure and track switches, sounds thrilling to certain enthusiasts. Me? I'd rather watch paint dry. But hey, if you love trains and get a weird buzz from accurately recreating a commuter's worst nightmare, this one's for you. For me, I'd pass. Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. Now this one sounded promising at first. You're shipwrecked on a mythical island, befriending forgotten Greek gods and helping them regain their memories. Sounds pretty cool, right? Then I saw its open world adventure, and just like that, my interest evaporated. Art style's gorgeous. The story sounds fun. But I just can't do another wander around aimlessly collecting nonsense type of game. If it were a tight linear experience, I'd be all over it. But if you're into exploration heavy chill adventure games, this one might be worth a shot. Honestly, it's a bit of a weak batch. No tier really grabs me. But hey, it's Game Pass. Sometimes you win, sometimes you just shrug and wait for next week. Right, PlayStation Plus time. Sony's attempt at Game Pass alternative, except instead of exciting new releases, they usually get a mix of old games, random indies, and things no one asked for. Let's see if this month actually delivers. Oh look, UFC 5. Cause no it says fun like getting repeatedly punched in the face by sweaty digital men. Now if you're into realistic fighting games, you might get a kick out of this. But personally, I've no patience for hyper-technical, stamina-draining, button-mashing combat that makes me feel like I need a degree in sports science just to throw a punch. I get it, UFC fans will love it, but for me, I'd rather just watch real UFC. At least that way I don't have to pretend I know what I'm doing. So I'd pass, unless you enjoy getting ground and pounded in 4K. Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. Yeah, nah. Not touching this one. Why? Because Ubisoft. It's the same Ubisoft that bought us buggy, bloated, repetitive open-world nonsense for the past decade. Same Ubisoft that kills off interesting franchises, forces live service garbage into single-player games, and generally treats players like walking wallets. I don't care if Lost Crown is actually decent, Ubisoft don't get any of my support. Nah, not happening. Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions. Oh, great, an anime football game. Because when I think of high-octane action, I definitely think of cartoonish over-the-top soccer. If you're into anime and love football, then sure, maybe you'll love it. But for me, I'd rather not play football games at all. It's not for me. Moving on. Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy. Yes! A Gundam game. Now we're talking. Giant mechs? Yep. Explosions? Yep. Anime melodrama? Unavoidable, but fine. It's a story-driven single-player spin-off from Battle Operations series, which usually means PvP multiplayer nonsense, but this one's actually focused on narrative. Might actually give this a go. As long as it's not just a glorified mobile game with gacha mechanics, possibly worth a look. Arcade Paradise. Finally, a game on this list actually worth playing. Arcade Paradise is a retro-style sim where you run an arcade, slowly upgrade it with new machines while managing your business. Basically a love letter to 90s arcades, and it has actual playable arcade games inside it. It's unique, addictive, packed with nostalgia. Unlike half of games on this list, this one ain't just an anime cutscene simulator or bloated corporate cash grab. Absolutely worth playing. And same but in VR. If you got PSVR 2, congratulations, you get to play Arcade Paradise in first person, fully immersed in neon-lit nostalgia. If you don't, well, tough luck. Great if you have VR, irrelevant if you don't. Bang On Balls Chronicles. Alright, first of all, that name? I'm sorry, but who signed off on Bang On Balls as a title? Game itself is a 3D platformer with open world elements, starring round, bouncy characters. It's actually got great reviews for being surprisingly fun and a chaotic platformer. It's not my usual kind of game, but I can respect that it looks fun, polished, not a soulless corporate cash grab. If you like sandbox platformers with silly sense of humour, could be worth a go. Yeah, decent if you can get past name. You suck at parking. I mean, title alone is way too relatable for some people. It's a racing game with goal-linked speed, precision parking. Think top-down arcade chaos, weird physics, frustratingly tight spaces. Sounds fun for about 10 minutes, then I'd probably rage quit. But if you enjoy arcade-style driving games with ridiculous mechanics, could be a laugh. Siberia World of 4, another narrative-heavy adventure game. And if you've played any Siberia game before, you already know what you're getting into. Puzzles, beautiful art, and slow-paced story. It's well made, but I'd rather play something with more action. Still, if you're a fan of the series, you'll probably enjoy this one. Armored Core Collection. You get Armored Core Project Phantasma, and Armored Core Master Arena. These are mech combat classics from a time before everyone knew From Software only for punishing boss fights. If you've never played old Armored Core games, it's a great way to experience them. Old school, clunky, but nostalgic as hell. Worth a try if you love mechs. Honestly, not best lineup, but if you got PS Plus Extra or Premium, might as well give them a go. So that's free games roundup for this week. Some decent picks, some absolute rubbish. A whole lot of games that will sit unplayed in your library for the next decade. Now I want to hear from you lot. What are you claiming? What's worth playing? And what's an instant nope from you? Drop your thoughts in comments. If you want more brutal honesty and gaming industry takedowns, join Discord for community chats. Follow me on X for daily gaming rants. And if you want to support channel, consider joining channel memberships. All links are in the description. And before you go, smash that like button, hit subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. Might just feature them on channel. I'll see you next time, you magnificent